the important thing is to understand that the artist wages in France are not so high, so we can be really competitive, and we can adapt and meet the expectation of our clients.
They were very keen from a physical production point of view to come over to France and film a couple of days here, which turned out to be more, which obviously enabled them to become eligible for the French rebate at 30% on physical production. We shot the period arrival in Le Mans, the coach, and we also did quite a lot of plate shooting around the actual circuit itself, which obviously today is massively different from what it was in those days, but that's what Laurens did, with a lot of plate shooting and working with the team over in America. And I think it was what was interesting on that is that it was really the first time for me that a physical production generated as a consequence of real interest in some French visual effects. And I think part of the model of what we did there is very much part of the essence and the DNA of why we're here today with the bonus on visual effects. Because I think visual effects are now such an important part, well, they've always been an important part, but even more so in terms of the financial structures which are put together. And indeed, I'll touch briefly on that. I mean, I've just done the last duel with Scott. The filming has been delayed while we go through the moment. We can finish shooting in France, but then we're moving to Ireland to carry on. We are looking at the possibility that now we have this additional bonus, we might be starting to look at some additional visual effects being done in the visual effects world here. So they are now becoming more and more important, the connection between the two, particularly financially, in the way we will set up films in the future. Yes.
We jump on the movie in 2 times. The first time is, well, thanks to my background and my network, sometimes international VFX producers or supervisor call me to help them gathering data in France while they are shooting or not. For example, on Smurfs 2 a few years ago, production asked me to be the 3rd VFX supervisor on set, and asked me also to bring a team of data bringers. Then a few years ago also, we have help on Godzilla, and the mission was to shoot planes at Le Bourget for photogrammetry purpose. And it was the same process on Ford versus Ferrari. First, the VFX producer called me in summer 2018 to shoot cars at Le Mans Classic race for references and photogrammetry only. It was the first contact with the production, and we were not supposed to do any VFX shot at the moment. Finally, a few months later, the production called me back to jump on the movie, and we have started with few shots, 30 shots. I think we did a good job, apparently, because they asked us for 50 more shots, and finally we ended up with 120 shots. So it's, yeah, we jump on the movie on 2 times, and we had to prove them that we were reliable and flexible, and that we can give them the quality they were expecting.
How did it work? Did you have to make another paperwork, or did you simply connect with John?
Absolutely not. I mean, the rebate was started with John for the shooting, so they already had the 30% for the visual effects. And I mean, the case was open, and we just have to start the work. Everything was done.
Is it the same on your side, John? Is it? Did you have to do anything?
No, I have to say it's pretty seamless. Once everything is set up and it's actually happening, as and when more expenditure comes in, you just add it into the kitty, and at the end of the year, I mean, obviously we are structured on an annual basis. You know, our spend has to be from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. And if it goes beyond that, then it slips into another year, which takes another set of processes to go through. But it's to bring visual effects into a physical production situation, or indeed today to perhaps even incorporate what has already been done as physical production and bring that into a new visual effects bonus system is completely seamless. Yeah.
at the beginning, we didn't expect to work on so many shots, but really the company was built and sized to scale easily. We have good relation with French school. I have a strong network thanks to my position of the French section of the Visual Effects Society. And French schools are really solid, and a lot of artists working for international vendors are coming from France. For example, I mean, the last VFX Oscar winner is French, Guillaume Rocheron. So finding artists is not an issue, but you need to have a strong pipeline to handle a lot of new shots and to upscale easily. This is fundamental for us. I mean, the goal for us and the Yard is to be flexible and reliable, as I said. And well, finding artists is not an issue in France. We have the best schools, and I mean, the important thing is to understand that the artist wages in France are not so high, so we can be really competitive, and we can adapt and meet the expectation of our clients. So yeah, no issue, really.
I mean, I would agree with Laurens on that. And in fact, I think one of the main reasons why we were able to get the extra bonus is because there has been a massive exodus of incredible French talent over to either the UK or to America in recent years. And indeed, doing these tax credits has enabled these people to stay here because the work is now coming back here. So certainly from a technical point of view and from a talent point of view, I don't think there's ever been a question that France is right up there with the very best in the world. It's just getting the producers and the finance people to agree that it's viable. And this is why this 10% is so key.